Thank you so much. And thank you so much for including me. In my opinion, the world has lost a contemporary scholar, thinker, adding to the intellectual deficit which I feel has existed for some time. I met Dr. AbdulHamid AbuSulayman in middle of 1970s when he was Secretary General of World Assembly of Muslim Youth, Bombay. He gave me a copy of his dissertation entitled The Islamic Theory of International Relations, Its Relevance, Past and Present, one of its kind, as Dr. John Esposito mentioned. In my opinion, there are very few in the world who are contrarian, original thinkers, think out of the box, create new knowledge rather than recycling it, and have the backbone to stand what they believe is right. He was one of those people, and we miss him. He was certainly a contemporary intellectual thinker. Most of the time, he was a contrarian with a solid evidence. His views and understanding were often ahead of the time. These opinions often take time to become the norms. I've heard him saying that when he presents his views to ulmas, they do not agree and feel very uncomfortable. But then when he asks them, what is your counter argument? He does not get much of a response. He said the problem we have are because of the inadequate education systems. We focus on halal and haram without any tolerance, forgiveness, and mercy. He told me, for example, when we start teaching Quran to our children, we start with Juz 30, which talks about punishments, heaven and hell, instead of focusing on forgiveness, kindness, and mercy. This is a scary way to introduce Quran to the children. As rector of IIUM, while he focused on the building, program, and faculties of the university, he also spent time in designing the new campus of the university called Gubba. This campus is unique in many respects. Notably, the mosque is in the center of the campus with all other buildings around it. He explained to me that the students going from one faculty to another very much have to pass through or around the mosque. They can stop and pray and then continue to the next class. He loved IIUM and was very passionate about it. He wanted IIUM to offer education to all people of the world. When he found out that foreign students have to pay high tuition fee, he started a scholarship fund for the foreign students. Later, he started an endowment dedicated to help foreign students. Each year, from his own funds, he made contributions, and now the family plans to make contribution to this endowment. On a personal level, we are very fortunate that he was our neighbor for several years. And whenever I got invitation to come and have dinner, I was the first one to show up because that was the only house where you can have the best kanafa in the United States. I am also so grateful and thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he put in his heart love, affection for me, and more importantly, the unconditional trust he had placed in me. Whenever I discussed any matter with him, he was extremely patient to listen, analyze, give his views, and then he will always say, "Ya Sheikh, you know better." To me, that is a great sign of humbleness. He allowed me to do things as I saw them best. Because as soon as you tell someone how to do things, you are essentially killing that person's creativity. Another great quality, unlike many I knew, he had no desire for money. He never asked me how much he has. The salary he received as rector of IIUM, he donated to the university to offer scholarship to foreign students. He is one of those rare persons I know of who devoted his life for Ummah selflessly and did not aspire for position or monetary gain. I observed that most of the time he was busy thinking and analyzing how to improve the situation of the Ummah, not only just in Islamic thought, but everything else in the world. He was very creative. He explained to me how he designed bathrooms in Gumba. And I recall Dr. Ibrahim telling him that, look, I can get any engineers to design these bathrooms. I need you to focus on the curricula, not on the bathrooms. But Dr. AbdulHamid was one of the unique person who wanted to improve everything. Whatever he saw needs improvement, he was there to offer his suggestions. It has been a pleasure to work with him and his family. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him Jannah, reward him immensely for his great deeds. We will certainly miss him. We pray that his legacy will continue to benefit humanity. Ameen. Thank you so much, Dr. Sati.
Thank you very much.